What's going on YouTube? Leaman Griffin coming at you with another episode of How to Do Everything. In today's video I'm going to show you guys how to change a doorknob in your house. Real simple. All you're going to need to do this is a Phillips or flathead screwdriver. You'll be able to look on the back side and tell right away which one you need. So let's jump in and I'll show you guys. Alright, the first thing we're going to do, as you can see, is we're going to remove the old doorknob. And it's real simple. There are two screws on the back side here, and we'll take our Phillips screwdriver. We're just going to pull those two screws out. You can also use a drill if you have a long bit that'll get around the door handle. And as you start loosening them, you'll see the doorknob gets really loose. It starts to kind of pull away from the door, so make sure you don't drop it. Alright, take that last screw out there. Alright, so now that the screws are out, we can just pull, and you'll see that one half of the doorknob will come out really easy. That's this half here, the lock side of it. We'll set that off to the side. And now the easiest way to pull the other side out is you'll actually take this presser here that latches the door, and you'll push it in, and when you push it in you'll feel it release and you can pull this shaft out. And this is the actual shaft that turns the whole mechanism. So now we've got that, we'll set those aside. And you can also, most of these are pretty universal, but we'll go ahead and take this off just to show you. The striker plate here, two Phillips again. Alright, once that's off, this whole assembly will come out of the end of the door. And there you have it. And now that we've got everything out, I'll show you guys just an empty hole in your door and the hole where your plate will go. So now I'm going to show you guys how to install the new door. So when you get your new doorknob and you're ready to assemble it, just a few things to remember. Number one, this arm that actually goes out and causes the door to latch. When you put it in, you can put it in either this way, or you can flip it around and put it in this way. The way to remember to do it is when your door closes, you want the beveled end, and I'll show it to you like this. You want the beveled end to be what hits the frame first. So put it in and close your door, and you should, if this is your door frame right here, the beveled end should touch it first. If you do it this way and the hard end touches it first, that's going to be incorrect because it won't be able to slide and it actually won't be able to slide and depress this down when the door closes to latch. So make sure and put the beveled end facing the door frame. So we'll go ahead and slide that in. There we go. And now we can take our two, there should be two wood screws that come with your kit like this here. We'll take those and go ahead and reinstall. And everything's pretty much universal, so you shouldn't run into an issue of something not lining up unless you're changing the type of latch that you're using. If you're just replacing a doorknob, then you shouldn't have any problems with everything lining up and fitting. Alright, so that's on. And as you can see here, the beveled part is facing the edge of the door and it's sticking right through the middle. Now what you're going to do when you put the next part on, these two holes right here, you'll see on the outsides, are going to line up with these two holes that are in your doorknob. And you see the beveled edge here, let's see if you can see that, on the end there is like a C shape. That's going to face the edge of the door like we talked about. So another tip to remember when you're putting the doorknob on, this one is the lock side. You want to put the lock side on the correct side because it'll all work either way you do it, but you don't want to have the whole doorknob installed and then realize your lock is on the inside of the house and somebody walking up to your door outside is encountered with that. That's not what you want. So make sure the lock's on the right side. I'll show you guys. Now we have that. You can actually take your knob with the bevel side facing the right side, just like that. And you gotta push on this tab again, push that in, and you can slide it right in there, just like that. And it's gonna hang off, so just hold it there for now. All right, so now that we've got that, we'll go ahead and take our actual locking knob, and inside there you see, it's kind of the same shape, minus that center shaft wobbling around. It's kind of the same shape as the end of this here, so you can tell which way to put it on. So we'll take the C shape and line it up, and it'll slide right on like that. And now this cover here actually will rotate, so you want to be careful. You want to be able to line those up. So we'll get them somewhat centered. I'll go ahead and stick the screws in there. This is probably the hardest part because you can't really see what you're doing. The goal is to get the screws to feed into these little holes here. Right there. So we'll go ahead and put that back in. You can kind of look in there and see. There's that one. And you'll know if you got it because it'll start threading way out like this. You won't have to put it in very much at all before it grabs the threads. If you stick the entire screw in the hole and it hasn't touched anything yet, you're not lined up right. There we go. Now that we've got that, we can take our Phillips and go ahead and tighten these back down. It's kind of a pain because the doorknob's there. You got to go at it at an angle at first. Now we can do the back side. And now when you're tightening up that last little bit, try to center your doorknob because you can see the old doorknob wears around the door and you don't want that to be visible when you reinstall. So use your fingers like this and just kind of center the doorknob where you want it. And then go ahead and make those last few turns to tighten your screw down. That way it holds the door exactly where you want it. Or holds the doorknob exactly where you want it. And there you go. Brand new doorknob. Everything works correct. When I lock it, it does not work. When I unlock it, it does what it's supposed to. So there you go. Show you guys how to change, reinstall your doorknobs on your interior of your house. This will also apply to exterior doorknobs. Same concept, key on the inside, lock, or key on the outside, lock on the inside. Hope you guys enjoy, subscribe, got more how-to videos coming.